Okay, ladies and gents, we're going to do a kind of a mix-up here on the uh, Nationals Prospects video. We're going to take the solo leveling deck character and kind of give him a glow up. This deck I found this on UVS Ultra from Misplay LLC. Thank you for the deck list, putting it out there for the good people. So, Sung Jinwoo UA Hunter, he has a really neat mechanic. I'll go ahead and put that up on the screen in post. He gets to level up every turn, every one of his turns. Yeah, start of your end phase level up. Unless you have like a foundation that allows you to level up mid turn, so you could level up on your rival's turn. So the assassin skill tree has has 6 abilities. You start with just the response on the character, but you do gain a critical attack on your first level up. Enhanced, this weapon attack gets +1 damage for each attack in your card pool. Next level up is Murderous Intent, first enhance. Once per turn, reduce this attack speed to 0. Then Quicksilver. Actually, I probably would have swapped these two around because dropping something to 0 doesn't. It's not. I mean, I think I'd name that Quicksilver and then giving my attack speeds more murderous, but sure. Quicksilver, once per turn, this attack gets +3 speed. Dagger Throw, once per turn, your weapon attack gains Echo. Your 5th level up is Stealth. Once per turn, change the zone of this attack. And then your last level up, your level 6 ability is Ruler's Authority. Add one XP card from your remove from game pile to your hand. So that means every enhanced step, you get to add an XP card. And that's great. Either for attacking, you get all the attacks, or you get to block, which is really cool. So we're playing the total weapon gimmick here, so let's go ahead and get into it. We got 3 copies of Instant Shining Flash, 4 difficulty, 3 check, 1 low block, 4 high 4, flip a foundation, our next card's easier. 1 easier. Also, response after you play this card, a rival spends a momentum. Gouging Needle for some kill power, 4 difficulty, 3 check, 5 low 4, 0 high block. That's 0, sweet 0 high block. Powerful 3 weapon, so we can dump all of our damage from Jinwoo on it, and then just powerful to the moon. Maybe add 3 speed, maybe make it a high if we've been waiting on the low. 3 copies of Deception Dagger, 5 difficulty, 3 check, 2 mid for 5, 2 high block. Remove a card from your rival's discard pile, gain speed equal to the remove cards block mod, and then we get to flip this. Enter momentum for stun 2. Hey look, it has stun 2 as well. That's at the bottom of the card because they put them at the bottom for a while and then they moved them back to where they should have been all the time. Next up, we want some snap momentum. So dual needle lunge at a 3x, 5 difficulty, 3 check, 3 low block, 3 high for 5, EX2 tech weapon. When it's in our momentum face up, we get to discard the top 2 cards. We get to mill the top 2 cards of our rival's deck, and then we can lose 3 health, and it adds to our momentum after it resolves. So it is on if it deals damage or if it doesn't. Now next up, we're playing some of Jinwoo's cards. Determined Cut, 4 difficulty, 3 check, +1 mid block. Very good mid block. Powerful 3 weapon XP. So this is an XP card we can remove from our hand because we can remove it from our hand or stage to level up. 4 high for 3. Response after your rival plays an enhanced ability, they burn 1. So if they're trying to interact with you, you get to burn 1 of them at least. Wolf Assassin at 3x, 5 difficulty, 3 check, +1 mid block, 5 mid for 5. Fury Weapon XP. Blitz, add 1 XP foundation from your discard pile to your hand. So it allows us to play this, or if we don't want to get rid of any of our attacks in our hand, we can level up with the card. Excuse me. And then also, it allows us to keep our hand full if we're not leveling up. World's Weakest Hunter at a 4x, 4 difficulty, 3 check, 2 mid block, 5 mid for 3, EX3 weapon XP response. After this attack deals damage, you may remove 1 foundation from your stage. Draw 1 card for each card you remove from game pile, max 3. So, are we playing... I would have loved to see... at least 1 or 2 copies of Floating Around My Babies, because that instantly draws you 3 cards with this. You don't even have to remove the foundation either, because I forgot. It says you may remove. Then you draw 1 card. So you can at least always guarantee yourself 1. We got Item Box as the only asset. 2/5, 2 low block, commit, return this attack to its printed speed and damage, return it to its printed zone, and then if it was unblockable, it's not blockable. Teleportation Stone. This card's a really cool piece of tech. Like the all decks that can play this, or any character that can play Airy Smiles, and then has the all symbol along with it, can play double. Like they can hit you with the Airy Smiles or this, and then they can hit you with the next one on the next attack. So it can really screw up your late game plans to where it's just like, man, or your early aggro plans, I should say. Also, if you're comboing, if you're playing like a focus attack deck, or if you're just trying to pass a lot of attacks on low foundations, it's brutal. It's brutal. Moving into the foundations, we got 3 copies of Last Second Rescue. He is a slower style deck, so we need ways to survive, and being able to get momentum off a dual needle lunge for this, so we're able to keep our life total up. So because the longer the game goes, the more opt we're going to hit that level 6, and we're going to be like godlike. So response flip, spend 1 momentum. After you take damage, gain X health. X equals the damage taken. If it's greater than 5, you sacrifice the foundation. 1 copy of Wild Blood Pussycats, 2/5, 2 mid block. After we block an attack with this card, it loses Echo. Very cool. It doesn't really come into handy all that much. Form flip, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 foundation revealed this way to your hand and discard the rest. So this allows us to dig deeper into our deck for those XP cards that we can remove from our hand instead of our stage, because removing from our stage is really, really putting us in a bad spot. We don't want to be getting rid of those cards. We want to be removing cards from hand, but that also plays into our rival. If they have a lot of attacks, we're not going to be able to defend very well. So it's a really weird balancing act that we need to kind of go through to be able to survive with this character. 3 copies of Death Maneuvers, 2/5, 1 high block. Destroy, sacrifice a foundation. Weapon attack gets 1/1. Deadlock enhance. Weapon attack gets 1/1. So it allows us to push really, really hard. Incredible Display, it's one of the best cards in the game, allows us to block longer and or help protect our responses. We do want to build wide with our character, because we do want to be able to build up a good stage to survive and to pass checks. So because we're not really playing like 1 big attack or 2 big attacks, we're trying to string multiple attacks along. Desperate Plea also helps us build on defense. And then also, it also helps clear the card pool to help us stay alive longer. The stats are perfect for it. It's a 1/4. It earns that 4 check. If it was a 5 check, it would be a rare or an ultra rare, in my opinion. Fast Friendship. This is just a staple card now on these 3 symbols. It's one of the best cards in the game. It's defensive cards, I should say. It's kind of like a cooperation offer where, yeah, you get to flip it instead of commit it. It's a one-time use thing, sure. But you get to use that card that you flipped to pass checks. So it's actually adding 1 more minus speed to it. High value target, 1/5, 3 low block. It counts as 2 foundations when passing checks to block. And then also before one of our foundations would be destroyed due to a rival effect, we destroy that instead. We protect good cards. Syndicate targets, one of the best zeros in the game. This is keeping Ares safe. This is for stun hate. Also, speaking of other great zero diffs, 0/6, 1 high, Pro Hero 10. This is one of the best cards to block with in the game. Now moving into the XP cards, we got Double Dungeon, 3 difficulty, 5 check, 1 mid block. Unique XP, Tenacious. After you level up, ready this card. Very cool. So it allows us to say we level up mid turn somehow, which would be with this. So it's kind of hard unless they have ways to level up, that are unique, which I wish we did. Your turn, remove, level up. You cannot level up again this turn. So this is the card you want to use on. Oh, it's just your turn anyways. Oh man, that's so bad. Okay, so this is my biggest gripe with this character, is that why aren't we allowed to level up on our rival's turn? Like, there's nothing wrong with it, right? Like, I don't know why can't we level up again? Like, we're already removing this foundation. We're removing a foundation or a card from hand. This is unique, so it's fine. So if we're going down 2 resources, let me level up again. I think that's the biggest thing for this character, is that he's just too slow for the meta, so he has to play all these defensive cards to survive, and then really revolve on him becoming a broken character with all 6 abilities to level up. Improve skills, 2, 5, 3 high block, XP, sacrifice a foundation, it gets a speed. This is going to be in almost every life deck from now on. It's very good. After you remove this card from your hand, you may build the top card of your deck face down committed. Again, I think that's overcosted. I think they could have just, because you're going to remove it with his ability, it's at the end of the turn, let me be able to build a ready foundation for one. Item menu, 4 copies, 1, 5, 3 low block, XP. After you remove this card from your hand, draw a card. This card's perfectly fine. Yes, I get to draw a card after I remove a card to keep my hand full. Leveling strength. This card's actually very going to see a lot of play going forward after, I think, rotation, I believe. 1, 5, 2 low block, XP, commit for 2 damage. Sometimes just 2 damage with a low block is very good. Loot box at a 3x, 2, 4, 3 low block, XP, flip, build the top card of your deck. At the end of this combat phase, add that card to your hand. So if you build an attack, you get to put it back. If you need a block at the end of a turn, you get a block back. Like I wish it was you may add that card to your hands, because it'd be nice to be able to keep foundations up. But again, it's like this character gets punished just for wanting to level up. So yeah. But anywho. We want to thank Misplay LLC for posting this up on the UVS Ultra. It allowed me to make the deck because I have not put any time into this guy, and I'm trying to pump out like 25 deck lists before nationals. So this is gonna help me out. So I am pulling from community members and get their lists. So yeah, this is the Sung Jinwoo E-Rake Hunter on life list. This is just a basic upgrade. This is probably the first step into larger testing because you probably could add better attacks to it, because this just seems like it's just a Toga deck with him slapped on top with XP cards. So you may want to play more of his stuff than this stuff. But again, I'm not entirely sure. So I'm not interested in the character, but I think the cards look great. But again, this is what number like 75 in the deck list profile list. I have no idea. Everyone like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit those bells for notifications so you don't miss another Nationals Prospects video. And until the next video, take care.